Greetings everybody, welcome back to another episode of Bevo's Tech Pack. I actually just recorded half an episode and I realized I wasn't recording it properly. So here we go again. Last episode I mentioned that I want to move one of the rows over here, which I've done. And this is a lot better now. We have the ME system hooked up on the back side now. Same over here. And I actually tried this out. I added an interface. You can have like the big cube as an interface. Or you can actually have the flat version, which is nice. Whoops. Which is nice because it fits into like this one block space. And you can actually attach other things in the same space too. I like how mods do that now. Like put multiple things in one block space. I like it. But yeah, in this case, I just have a simple recipe here for glass. So now we can actually go to our AE system and say, you know, we have 120 glass, show craftables only. Let's make 20, whatever, start. And it should put in sand now. Yep, there it goes. And smelt it down to glass and then import it into the ME system. Which is really good because if we ever need like recipes that require glass, like for example, I believe the solar panels for mechanism need glass, I'm pretty sure. Or something like this, if we need glass panes, it now knows how to get the glass in case we're out, which is really nice. So that's working great. And one thing, why is the screen so... The screen was kind of white for some reason, like foggy or something, I don't know. Anyway, last time I mentioned that I had some problem with my machines. The biggest issue I had is that the way I have it set up, it doesn't allow me to have dust, like ore dust, in my AE system because it automatically gets exported into the smelting machine. And I think I'm gonna change this up. Normally I like to have one machine for one task, sort of. Like I don't want the smelter to know how it gets dust. I just want it to be like, hey, give me dust and I'll turn it into ingots and you take care of it. Same with like the enrichment chamber here. It's like, give me the ores, I'll do something with that and I'll give it back to you. Do whatever you want. I like this kind of setup. That's why I had it like this, where it's just like put in ores, turn it into dust, and import it into the AE system, and the AE system would tell it, hey, put it into the smelter and give me ingots. But like I said, if I want dust, that doesn't work. So I have to change this. And rather than making it super complicated with like always keeps like a stack of dust in a chest and use level limiters to stop the process if we don't have enough and blah blah blah, we're just gonna make it simpler. I'm gonna change the order here and I'm just gonna do it like I'm actually not gonna export anything into the smelter. I'm just gonna export the ore into the enrichment chamber, and then when it's dust, this machine automatically puts it into the smelter rather than putting it into the AE system. That way we can have the dust in there, and if we ever get ore, it gets automatically smelted, but if we take some ingots and turn it into dust, it will just stay at dust. So I'm going to do that. But Imp was actually working on 3 times ore processing with mechanism. And I've done that on the last map too, because it's really nice to triple your ores. I haven't done it here yet because there are some changes in the config that made this a little bit more difficult. But I looked into it yesterday and I found a way to actually do it properly now. So if we go down here, the way you get 3 times ore processing, I'm going to explain this crazy machine here in a second. The way you get 3 times ore processing in mechanism is you put the ore into a purification chamber and you pipe in oxygen. And that will give you those, what are they called? Like one of those things, I think, the clumps maybe? Yeah, you see. So if you put in copper with oxygen, you get 3 clumps. And then you use the 3 clumps and you put them into oh, you have to put in a crusher now. Okay, I guess you put it in a crusher first, which turns this into dirty copper dust, and then you put the dust into the enrichment chamber. I didn't know you have a step in between now. That's kind of new, I believe. So that way you get 3 dust out of one ingot, out of one ore. The issue though is to get oxygen, you need to use the electrolytic separator. complicated word. And you just pump in water and give it energy, and it splits it into hydrogen and oxygen. In normal mechanism, if you install it without modifying the config, the separator needs 50 RF per tick. In this mod pack, it needs 1600 RF per tick, which is quite a bit more. My solar panels and wind turbines together don't even produce that much, I believe. So if I would hook this up to my main system, the whole system would just shut down after a little while. So yeah, it's not really something I want to hook up. Luckily, there is a way to do it that I figured out now. Before, what you would do is, so you get hydrogen and oxygen. The way this works is if one of those gases here inside is full, it doesn't produce the other one. So right now the oxygen is actually kept out because I've been pumping it into this gas tank, but that one is full, so it stores this internally. But right now it doesn't produce any oxygen because this is full. I would have to dump it or, you know, save it in a gas tank again or whatever. And normally you would use the hydrogen, pump it into a gas burning generator, which is this guy here, and it would normally create more energy than it takes to make hydrogen. So you can actually build like a loop, and it's like self-sufficient or whatever the name is. But but unfortunately it doesn't work, since this requires 1600 RF. If you pump in hydrogen into the gas burning engine, you only get 800 RF per tick. So you actually only produce half as much as you need to produce that power. So you obviously still need another 800 somewhere, which you could get from like solar panels and stuff if you want to do that. But yeah, it's I don't know. I don't like it that way. But luckily I found a way to do it. We now have the pressurized reaction chamber, I believe. Yes. I believe this block is new. I don't think I had it when I played the last time. But if you give this guy hydrogen instead, and some water, and some biofuel, it turns the hydrogen into ethylene. I think that's how you say it. Ethylene, hopefully. And the ethylene is quite good. It is a more compressed version of the hydrogen as a fuel, I mean. It only produces 300 RF per tick, not 800. However, this lasts a lot longer than hydrogen would last. So you actually get more out of it. It burns slower, but it produces more over time. So I actually have 6 gas burning engines here, and it altogether produces 1800 RF right now. And they still have ethylene built up inside. So they actually still produce more power than they are using up, or the system uses up, to make this stuff, which is awesome. So I could actually hook up a few more even here and use the extra energy for like my other machines if I wanted to. But yeah, this way, if you do it like this, you can actually power this system without hooking up your, or blocking up your other main system, right? Which is really cool. I had to use like the second tier conduits here because the red one, the first tier, only transfers up to 1280 RF. So here would be 300, 600, 900, 1200, and then I had to upgrade because this would be 1500, 1800, and then it goes into the machine, which needs 1600, which the red one can't even handle. So I had to use that one here. It's a little bit more expensive, but not too bad. So the way it works is, if you just grab like saplings, or you can use wheat or other things, and you put it into the crusher, you get the biofuel out of it. I turned on the sound just because those machines are actually really loud altogether. And then right now, because I'm using sapling, I get 2 biofuel per operation. And then it just turns it into ethylene. There we go. So that way I can power this whole system, and that's what we're gonna do. Instead of using saplings though, I think I'm gonna use potatoes. Just because A, potatoes, and B, potatoes actually give you 4 biofuel per potato. And I think I'm gonna use the Botania flowers that make stuff grow faster to just get more quickly, so I can keep up with the system. I tried it in creative. When I use like 4 or 3 of those flowers, it produces more than it uses up, which is really good. So I'm gonna have to set up a potato farm, and I actually, let me get out of here if I could please. There we go. I actually started working on the forest hallway, and I decided to move all like natural farms, like potato farms, tree farms, you know, any like vegetables or whatever. I think I moved them over there, and I'll leave the mob farms over here. So I might change out the color. I guess I'll move green over there maybe. I don't know. Although it kind of looks like the liquid experience points and the mob essence, they're both green, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't really matter, I guess, but I like to keep it the same. I'll leave this here because I mean it powers our spawners, even though it's like natural stuff, and it also gives us liquid experience points in here. But yeah, I'll leave it on this side, and I'm actually gonna reuse this since we already have a system here that powers this mana pool, and we produce more mana than we use up. I think I'm gonna have... Ooh, I'm feeling oddly drained again. I think I'm gonna set up a underground system of those mana spreaders, and I'm just gonna transport some mana over to the other side that we can use on like the potato farm and stuff, just so it grows faster. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna have to work on this a little bit off camera, just set up the farm here, get things ready, and then make a purification chamber factory, hook this up here. We already have the crushing one, and then we can just hook them up in one row and probably get our 3 times ore processing going, hopefully. This thing is still going nicely. So it should be good. So I'll do this off camera, and I'll get back to you guys when I'm done. Alright guys, so I set up a very small room here. Well, it's not that small, but like nothing fancy in here yet. And instead of using the MFR and MFR planter and harvester, I'm actually gonna use the NIO one, because the NIO one, I can't talk. It's kind of cool. Right now it doesn't have an upgrade, so it only does a, what is it, 3. It has a range of 3. If you add a upgrade, like the red one for example, I think it goes to 5 or 4. I think it's 5. And I assume the highest one is like 7 maybe. I'm not sure. But we only want the smallest one. We don't need a huge farm here. So that should be good. So I made some of those agri-carnation flowers so that they speed up the process here. Right now they don't get any mana, but we have to just probably below here place a mana pool. I brought one. And then feed it. I also added some glimmering flowers here, all the same ones, not really any decoration or anything, just like so it's bright in here. So the way this guy works is you give him materials, and it seems to be always 16. I don't know if that internal storage can increase if you have an upgrade or not, but that should be fine. So that's it. So he always has like a stack of potatoes in there. And then anything else it outputs in here, which you then can, you know, just collect from any side, pump it out. Actually, if you look at this, if you go to the configure thing, like you can specify where you want the output to be. So we're actually going to set this to push and pull. The reason for that is this machine actually needs a tool to work. So you actually need to provide it with a hoe or a axe, depending on what you use it for. So do I have cobblestone on me? I do not. So eventually I want to make a chest downstairs that has just a bunch of probably stone holes. I don't know, maybe iron ones. I think stone is fine. Just so we have a bunch. So let's see, let's actually put away some things. I made some of the mana spreaders so we can actually move the mana over. Hopefully that's enough. I'm not sure. Let's go make a hoe and just let this guy start working. I'm just gonna make... I guess I should only make one right now because I can't actually put in multiple ones. Let's just do a stone one. Should be fine. There we go. I already hooked it up to the power system from below. You can kind of see there's a cable. We'll check this out in a bit. But yeah, durability goes down quite a bit, obviously, because it's a stone one. But yeah, that's how it works. So now we have this nice, what is it, 7x7 potato field. Now we need to give the flowers some mana. So let's see. I dug out down here so we can walk around a little bit better, and also transport mana. So the let's see, this is, it should be right about here. No, one off. Yeah, that's where the mana pool is. Did I get the... Oh, that guy took the dirt. Oh no, I got it. Probably took one dirt block. I have to get that out of there soon. Otherwise he places it here. He might actually have already. There it is. Give me that. Don't do those things. Look at all these experience points that we have extra because everything is full of mob essence and experience points thing. I might add more drums here just to store more. But anyway, let's get the mana spreader. And if you place it like this, now it's pointing down. I should probably get my tool, my little wand of the forest. So we can see this. So now you can actually see where it's spreading. It's shooting down. Now we need to move it over to the other side. I only have 5 left. Hopefully that's enough. Should I put it on the floor or should I put it on the ceiling? I tend to have cable on the ceiling now and then. But on the floor might be weird too. Okay, so it should be on... Oops, a little bit of a lag. Let's see. This height, right? So it should be here. Aha. Okay. And now we place one pointing this way. Is it exactly... Which lamp is it? This one. So hard to see. Yep. So now it goes this way. You see this little dot here though? That means past this point, it actually, the amount of mana gets reduced, and you can kind of see the particles also getting like a little bit smaller. So we need to definitely add an extra one here. I'm getting a little bit of frame rate lag. I have to double check why. Let's see. This goes all the way to there. I think I have to make more. I only have 2 left. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make more. So I'm gonna do that off camera, but we can start setting up other things. It's right about here. There's gonna be a lamp eventually, but for now I'm gonna place a dirt block. Just so we know where it is. Oh, am I lagging? Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, the server's back. I don't think the server crashed, it was me. So let's see, this one goes all the way over here, which is perfect. Okay, so we're gonna place the temporary stone. There we go. Does this go all the way over here? Yeah. So I think I'm just gonna put the mana pool right here, and that should fill it up. And I assume that will affect the flowers. Let's actually double check. So many particles. Holy crap. Let's go check real quick. This looks kind of cool to see from here. Yes, sparkling. Aha. So all 4 of them should... Yeah, you can see the wireframe of the mana pool down there. If I hover over those flowers. So they are all getting fed by the mana pool. Hopefully this doesn't drain the mana pool on the other side, but I'll keep an eye on that. If it does, I'll increase the rate at which we drop the charcoal onto flowers. I'm also gonna fill this up so that whatever it harvests output stuff. And I actually already set this up at the bottom here. If you go this way, all the way over here. So I already have the cable set up. Right now I've set it to insert is blue. That's what I'm gonna use for feeding it the hose. And extract is brown right now. Just pull out anything you have. And it goes over here through this crazy pipe cable mess. And I set this guy also to insert brown. So the brown channel right now is potatoes. So as soon as we get a potato, it should go into this chest. And then I have another pipe just pointing into the compressor. I made it an item filter because there's a chance that we get a poisonous potato, and they don't actually work in the compressor, unfortunately. So as soon as we get our first harvest, we should see this thing work. And let's see, is there an easier way to get here? Maybe I'll break through there for now, just so we can quickly run over if we harvest something. And the NIO one is really cool because, especially for trees, it doesn't, you know how the Mine Factory Reloaded harvester, when it chops down trees, it like removes the logs first and then each leaf, and there's a lot of noise and a lot of like block updates, which causes a lot of lag. What the NIO one does, it just mines it in one go. Yeah, like you see the tree disappear in those ender particles, like Ender Portal and Enderman have, and it's just gone. So it's not a, I think it's very lag free, this machine, and it will do the same with the potatoes. As soon as it can harvest one, it will, you just see those Ender Pearl or Ender particles, and the potato disappears magically. Obviously those other particles here, they might cause some lag, hopefully not. Mostly client lag, not server lag. But yeah. And I'm curious how fast this guy can harvest potatoes. I think it takes a while to get started. I had the same thing with the essence berries over there. Like as soon as I placed them, it took quite a while before they actually started growing. So I assume that it's the same thing here. After a while, it probably gets faster and faster. I just wanna, we probably already got some potatoes actually. I just wanna see if we can get one on camera. But if not, I'm just gonna go run downstairs real quick and insert some of my leftover potatoes into the chest to get that going. Come on, guy. Oh, there. Poof. You see the particles? And there we go. The first thing it does is it fills its internal inventory space, but if it's full, where was that exit? Damn it, I lost it. There we go. But if it's full, then it will output to the chest, and you can see the machines are going very loud. There we go. And yeah, there we go. 4 potatoes already. Awesome. And 7. Oh, now we're getting stuff. See, and hopefully eventually this actually fills up a little bit, so we have a backlog of potatoes. Right now I'm not producing oxygen, but I'm still, so it's kind of waste I guess, but I'm still building up a little bit of ethylene, whatever, until this hydrogen is gone. I'll have to make another gas tank, probably a bunch of gas tanks, just put them here. Do we actually have one? I don't know if you can chain them together like that. You probably need the cable. Where's my wireless storage? Gas? No, I'm gonna make a few. Also, I might replace, I don't know, you see how the light updates? I don't know if it's the gas burner. Actually, I think it's the generator. I thought it was the pipes, like as soon as gas goes through here that they glow. If that's the case, I'm going to replace them with NIO gas cable. I'm going to try this out. Because NIO actually has gas cables too, so I'm gonna try that. I don't know if they're like slower or anything, but hopefully they're good. How many potatoes? Ooh, 11. So we're actually getting more. Of course, that's because there were like a ton of potatoes about to grow. But it should eventually like catch up. How's the mana going? Okay, that's filling up. We have, like I said, we have to keep an eye on the other ones. And it has to refill its own inventory. So, I don't know, hopefully that's enough to power our 3x processing system. Poof. I like it. So many particles though. So I'm gonna have to dress up this room eventually. But for now it's pretty good. So I guess I'm gonna watch this for a while, see if we get potatoes here. Gonna make more of the gas tanks. Yeah, it's building up. I'm not gonna put those in there yet, because I just want to see if it can keep up or not. I also noticed we need new storage drives very, very soon. Because we are running low on space. Look at all the orange lamps. Oh, a little bit turned green now. Earlier it was a bit worse than that. But yeah, I pretty much dumped everything here. Okay, so let me get some other things ready and we hopefully finish this up. Alright guys, I think I have it hooked up. Also it looks like we are getting more potatoes than we use up. Luckily. And they are the poisonous. I'm gonna have to dispose of them somehow. Also added a chest here just with some hose inside, so it actually grabs them from there now. So what I have here now is 3 different gas tanks. They're slowly filling up with oxygen. Some of, at least almost 2 of them are almost full, or maybe just 1. I think it like earlier spread out a little bit. So I'm pumping the oxygen out from the side and into the top. Excuse me. And at the back here, this looks kind of funky. I should probably replace that. It didn't look like it was working. At the back here, I'm just extracting them and connect. And that one goes, don't need this, goes all the way up to our purification chamber. There it is. So you can see oxygen in here now. Now let's go get some ore and try this out. I also chained them up. So we first go into, I have to replace the signs. Purifying, crushing, enriching, smelting, and then it has to go back into the AE system. Let's see if we have something here to use. Yellow rye. Is there any like I don't have any ore. I could use ferrous, but I don't really want to. You know what? Sure, let's do it. I don't want to use ferrous because it can we do this with uranium? Because ferrous I want to use in the induction smelter to get shiny metal. I'm just curious if we can use this. Enrichment chamber. Purification. Okay, let's use yellowite. Yellowite is... oh, uranium. I guess both works. To triple our yellowite. That's actually a really good thing. So right now the export isn't completely set up. So we're just going to try it manually. Also set on auto sort. And see if that actually works. Maybe not. Why not? You have power. Is it because it's yellowite? Oops. Let's turn this off. Maybe we do have to use uranium. Can you not triple yellowite? That is weird if that doesn't work. Oh wow, yeah, no you can't. So you can, that's weird. Uranium turns into yellowite in this one for some reason, and apparently you can triple all this one. Spread it out. Aha, see, now it's using up some oxygen to create the 330, whatever they're called, the clumps. They go into the crusher, spread them. Okay, there it is. For some reason it still showed off. Crushed it into the basic factory. Get the dirty uranium dust. Really slow. I think the UI isn't updating right now. I think the server's a little bit laggy because they're going into the Twilight Forest. Yeah. And then the dirty uranium dust into the smelter. Oh no, it's still enriching. Come on guys, stop lagging. Takes a while. It's so slow, I need upgrades for those. There we go. Now we get the yellowite dust. So yeah, now we can actually triple our ore. That is fantastic. All I have to do is hook up the output to the NIO cable again and we should be good. Very cool. And this is keeping up nicely. You can see that those guys are actually really slowly filling up, so that means we can actually create more power using this. What I might end up doing is get like an energy bank, the one I have upstairs too. Hook it up in between here just to store some extra energy. And maybe use it in our base as well. But yeah, right now it's just directly going in there. Very cool. And I can probably add more gas tanks. But that should be it. We have finally triple ore processing. Now I can go set up my digital miner again, get some gold and iron and everything, and it should be good. Also the good thing now is that we can actually put in dust in here and it won't get turned into ingots automatically, which is really good. Nice. Alright, I think that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you maybe learned something from that. I don't know. But yeah, it's working nicely. And again, power of NIO, so many cable in one spot. My frame rate is quite bad right now while recording for some reason, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching and I'll see you then. Bye bye.